It's been a roller coaster first year in the professional ranks for Women's Zwift Academy winner Ella Harris of New Zealand. Her time so far with the Canyon SRAM team, one of the best women's squads in the world, has seen her continually battle adversity, following some nasty crashes. But each time she has shown real courage and drive, bouncing back with impressive results, such as 8th overall in the Best Young Rider in the Vuelta Burgos and a stunning 4th place overall in the Tour of Colorado. These results, coupled with her single-minded determination and dedication, has seen her earn a place on the national New Zealand team for the Elite Women's World Road Race Championships in Yorkshire, England, a first for a winner of the Zwift Academy.
Well, Ella, we're finally here in Harrogate. Spoke to you a couple of months ago over in Colorado, but can you really believe that you're finally here? You've been picked for New Zealand?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal and very exciting to be here. Like, it's the biggest event I've ever been to, so yeah, just the whole atmosphere and the hype is pretty cool.
It must mean a lot as well to pull on the national New Zealand colours and represent your country in a showcase event like this.
Yeah, like I've always dreamed about representing New Zealand at the World Champs, but I didn't think it would come to, so soon really, so yeah, it's pretty special.
And did you ever kind of imagine it when you first signed up for the Zwift Academy, nearly kind of 2 years ago, 18 months ago, that you'd be here at the World Championships? Was that something you ever kind of dared to believe?
Yeah, it's been a goal of mine for a while, and when I signed for the team, I knew that it would just provide a great platform to actually improve my riding and gain experience, and then hopefully be able to prove myself throughout the year so that potentially I'd be in the mix for selection. But I didn't really think it would actually happen, because obviously I had no idea how the year would go. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
And as usual, because it's you, you've had a tumultuous season with injuries. We last spoke in Colorado, you just had your collarbone patched up and you got a big injury as well. You decked it in France, but thankfully you're still here. How's the injury?
Yeah, not too bad. It's on the mend. I did a sort of a Philippe Gilbert style over a barrier at 65k an hour on a French mountain road. But yeah, if we can have a little look actually.
Yeah, I have a close-up of this.
Yeah, she's a bit gnarly, but on the mend.
What's the plans for the road race there? We know it's a technical, difficult circuit, it's even more so if it's going to be like this. What would you be happy with in relation to performance on Saturday?
I don't really know what to expect, to be honest, because the World Champs is such a different event, dynamic-wise and tactics-wise, due to the nations and what's at stake really. So I have no idea really quite what to expect about the racing side of things, but in terms of me, I just want to ride as well as I can and hopefully hang in there for as long as I can, because it'll be a race of attrition ultimately. The strongest riders will get to the end, so I think if I'm able to make it to the Harrogate circuit and finish the race, then I'll be stoked. But yeah, to actually be in a reasonable bunch would be awesome as well. And there's always the chance of the early break, so.
Prior to the Worlds, we caught up with Tiffany Cromwell in Colorado to ask her how she thought Ella was adapting to life on the team.
So Tiffany, you've spent quite a long time now with Ella. We're here in Colorado. You've been on the road for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And be really honest, how has Ella kind of settled into the team? Has she changed a lot? Do you think she's learnt much over the last kind of 5 or 6 months?
Yeah, I think we've seen, huge jumps and bounds or leaps and bounds with Ella. She just came into the team. We knew she had a lot of potential, but she also had a few of her own quirks, I guess you could say. She's from a very small town in New Zealand, first time properly overseas, and hasn't really been in a proper team environment before. So it's kind of you're not an individual anymore, you're also part of a team. The very first race I did with her, I think it was Valenciano. It was like a one-day race, and we were too far back, and I was like, take me to the front. And she did this monster turn outside everyone, took me up, and I was like, okay, it's cool, really good. And that's what we've seen, she's getting a bit more of an idea of how the racing works, but at the same time, she listens to what you say and will do the job that, what you ask her to do, and we can actually use her in the race and things like that. So I think that's pretty cool, and, it shows she's got great potential as a rider.
Ella, there's about 20 minutes to go now until the start of the World Road Championships. Your first World Road Championships. Describe how you're feeling right now.
I don't really know how to feel, to be honest. It's pretty exciting. I know it's going to be a really tough day out there, but I don't really have any expectations, so no particular ambitions or goals. I just see what happens out there, really.
I mean, I saw you the other day on the circuit wearing, you know, the colours of your country, but to be on the start line in the black and white, you've even got some brand new black and white Oakleys. It must make you feel very, very proud.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a goal of mine for a while to represent New Zealand, and at an elite level, it's still sinking in a little bit. But yeah, it's really cool.
Ella, very best of luck. We'll see you later.
Thank you very much.
Well, Ella, it's the day after the women's road race. So here in the Zwift house, all the staff, packed lunch, watching the men's road race. It's been a wonderful atmosphere here, but what about the race from your perspective? Because again, you had a little bit of a torrid time, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a little bit of bad luck at the start with 2 bike changes in quite close proximity, and then I ended up feeling a little bit cracked before the major climb of the day, Loft House, after chasing back on. But yeah, I sort of slowly worked my legs into it, but by the time I hit the Harrogate circuit, I was pretty cooked, so my legs didn't really have a bar of it, and I dropped from the peloton with like 25k to go. So I was still, pretty satisfied with my efforts and pleased to finish my first World Champs.
You must have learned a lot on the day about yourself, and also about the level that you kind of need to be at. I mean, you're still a young woman, you've got a lot of learning to do, but the World Championships, what a thing to be exposed to.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, I assumed it would sort of be similar to a World Tour race, but the pace was still it was relentless, really. It was just constantly on, and there was no time to relax or just take it easy in the bunch. So yeah, it was definitely a step up from even just a World Tour race.
Now, looking ahead to next year, good news, some more good news for Ella. Got a contract again. Your contract's been renewed, so year 2. Yes. You must be pretty happy with that. So what are your goals then? And what's the feeling about having another year?
Yeah, I'm really excited now that I know what I'm in for, and I've experienced and learnt a lot this year. I can build on it and actually have a fair idea of what to expect, and from there I can just improve and hopefully grow as a cyclist.
Nice one. We'll be speaking to you very soon.
Yeah.
In being rewarded with a brand new contract for the 2020 season, Ella can continue to grow as a rider and as a person within an environment that has enabled her to flourish. We can't wait to see what the 2020 season brings for her. And talking of 2020, make sure you watch out for the next Canyon SRAM Zwift Academy, coming very soon.